Welcome back. Now, South African singer Zoë Modiga has captivated audiences worldwide with her soulful voice. She recently done her tour for her album Inganekwane. Well, it's a beloved Zulu fairy tale brought to life through her enchanting voice and compelling storytelling. As she bids farewell to this era, she invited music lovers to join her in closing the chapter represented by the phrase Cos Cos at the end of the fairy tale. She's performing at the annual Off-White concert happening at Carnival City, and she joins us now in studio. Zoë, good to see you.
Hello, I'm so happy to see you. It's been a while.
I'm happy to see you.
Feels like home being here.
Right?
Yeah.
We're actually so honored to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
Right, right. Can you tell us about your experience touring for Inganekwane? What are some of the highlights there?
Oh my goodness. I mean, this is an album that was released in the thick of the lockdown in 2020, and it's been able to be the soundtrack to people's lives. So it was really so beautiful to just be able to go to these different cities that have been watering into our experience and our journey, and to say thank you and to say we are wrapping up this era, but we will definitely be bringing new music. So I'd like to definitely just say shout out to abantu baseMonti, eThekwini, eKapa, naseGoli. We had ourselves a very beautiful time. It was ceremonious. It felt like a spiritual renewal of sorts.
I can imagine.
So it's beautiful.
I can imagine. And what really inspired you, to go for Inganekwane?
Inganekwane to me, I think, is an ode to my consideration of myself as a storyteller.
Sure.
My first album, Yellow the Novel, is self-explanatory. You think of a book when you think of a novel, and you're reading through these stories and these songs that talk about self-reflection, self-realization. And with Inganekwane, it was again a story, but this time around it was one that was celebrating Black bodies, the Black experience, especially in a time where so many important conversations were happening.
And I see the Cos Cos phrase signifies the end of a fairy tale chapter. Was that intentional for you?
That was absolutely intentional. When we think of Inganekwane, when the person who says it starts off, they start off with Once Upon a Time, which is Kwasuka.
Yeah.
And then the story goes on to happen with all its plot twists and celebrations and good vibes, and then it ends off with Cos Cos Yaphela. So really that was the inspiration, to say that this may be the end of one era, but we're so excited for the following year, which is 2024, to be ushering in a new era, a new sound, a new visual, a new experience for people.
Yeah, and speaking of ushering a new era and a new sound, what are we looking at? I mean, are you taking a different approach to your music and to your work as you usher in this new era?
I would like to consider myself an era artist, and an artist that really does try to stay true to the honesty of the music and the honesty of the messages, but I love to experiment as well. So I think what will be familiar to music lovers is that it will be coming from me, but we have really gone into some interesting territories. A lot of this music was written in 2020, and I've been able to cultivate a very interesting sound with the band, with Panda Panda, who's co-producing the album as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a beautiful discovery for people.
I know. Let's talk about the All-White concert at Carnival City. I mean, it's a highly anticipated event.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I think I, alongside the music lovers, is also anticipating this evening. I think it's going to be incredible. It's happening on the 25th of November at the Big Top Arena. And this is a lineup of incredible artists that I have such a personal, heartfelt feeling towards. You know, you're talking about a cultural icon, Simpiwe Dana, Mandisi Janji, Slanga Mavuso, something Soweto. I mean, can it get better than that? And I think it really is just a time to represent the beauty of live music, of South African music and our stories, a multi-generational experience that, we will be able to take in when we dance, sweat, sing, cry, purge, heal. So I think it's going to be really, really fantastic.
Right. And I'm quite curious to know about how you curated your set. Is it reflective of Inganekwane? Is it reflective of an end of an era, or is it reflective of a new era that's coming?
I would say probably is a little bit of both, because the music has been there and it thankfully has meant so much to the people that have experienced it and that have made memories to it. So I think it is the celebration of the end of an era, but there's definitely going to be things in the set that pull towards what's to come. So I'm excited to be able to share that as well.
And how do you approach your live performances? I mean, in terms of preparation, in terms of curating the music, what is it that you want to convey to your fans as they, dabble in the glory of your music?
Oh, goodness. I think for me, it really is just the co-creation of experiences and memories. I always say it's not just about costume and makeup, which I love. I love to spoil my audience. I love to make them feel good and feel like they're coming to an entire world that is being built.
Sure.
But outside of those things, it also just really is about the messaging and us being able to create a moment together. So it's a beautiful duet that we get to have, where we get to enjoy the power of music, which is to heal, which makes us dance, makes us laugh, makes us feel like falling in love, makes us feel affirmed, so yeah.
And I know there's a healing element in your music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, someone was just telling me the other day how she experiences a very funny feeling of healing after listening to your music.
I love that. It's very interesting, though, calling it a funny feeling.
Because she doesn't know how
to like
she's
a magic
feeling at that
of
particular
sorts.
moment.
Well, I would attribute that not to me, but I think really just to the power of the calling, the calling of music. Yes. And I think that is the thing that is above talent and time spent putting your craft together. But I think, it really is just that feeling of a calling. And I've always been very passionate about the human experience and being able to leave that feeling with people that come to experience the music. I think it's an important part of why I do what I do.
And as a celebrated South African music artist, why is it so important for you, to showcase South African culture and South African experiences in general through your music?
I think South Africa has always spearheaded so many important things when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to world building, not just in the country and the continent, but the entire world. We've actually been leaders in that regard. I mean, you look at the likes of Hugh Masekela, Miriam Makeba, Letambulu, to name a few, at least in the music space alone, And I think really it's just about speaking into that space more and realizing the beauty of our stories and us being able to celebrate them with each other, being able to see them through our fashion, through the way that we think, the way we present ourselves in the world, our languages, our heritage. I think it gives a sense of self to be able to celebrate that and to realize that it's not just a Heritage Month conversation, but it's an everyday existence and celebration.
Yeah. Should we look forward to any surprises? I know you're going to kill me for this.
Kiss and tell. I do not kiss and tell. I will say to all the music lovers to definitely come to the annual Off-White concert at the Carnival City, and who knows, maybe there might be a little Easter egg of the new music there.
I know you. I know you always have goodies. Zoe, lovely chatting to you, man. All the best.
Good to chat to you.
Good to see
you. It's always lovely to chat to you.
And I'll be there. I'll be the one screaming on top of my voice.
I am going to look for your bald head. I'm literally going to look for your smile and your bald head. And
I'll be wearing a white leather jacket and white leather pants.
Come through! Fashion!
All right, lovely chatting to you, Zoe. All right, that is musician Zoë Modiga talking to us about Cos Cos tour that she recently wrapped up and her upcoming performance at the annual Off-White concert.